Welcome, everybody, to a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video today. And look, there is some crazy crap going on in the world these days. Don't you agree? I mean, why not have the moon literally fall on the earth? Shit, anything makes sense these days. In Moonfall, hitting store shelves, along with a little 4K upgrade love this week for the 1952 romantic comedy musical. Oh man, such a classic. Sing it in the rain, just sing it in the rain, plus much more. So let's go see the deals, exclusives, and we are at our first location, Walmart. So let's go in and see what they got.
All right, everybody, we are in at good old Walmart, and damn, is it a sad state of affairs. Holy Lord, is it? Yeah, they're pretty goddamn empty, man. I mean, they've sold a hell of a lot of Spider-Man No Way Home, and there isn't a hell of a lot of new releases this week, so they just decided over in the new release section just to put Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home here. I mean, they're new releases, right? Ah, fuck it, it's Spider-Man, it's all the same. Oh shit, man. Oh, you gotta give it up for the creativity, I suppose. Oh man, but literally, it is really fucking empty over here, man. Yikes. But that doesn't mean that they don't have a little bit of new release love. Shockingly enough, they actually do, with little Moonfall love. Yes, the 4K Blu-ray digital for $24.96, the DVD for $17.96, and who the thought they actually have an only at Walmart exclusive for Moonfall. Now that shocks the shit out of me. I am not gonna lie. I was not prepared to see something like this. Now, you do get the Blu-ray DVD digital with the nice slip, but to be honest with you, it's already ruined because of the spider claws. Ah, shit, look at that, man. And that slip's already fucked up. But fine, okay, you get the damaged slip with it. Ooh, cool. I bet you can't wait. But you just don't get Moonfall alone. I mean, sci-fi, crazy action, destruction goodness, sure, that's one thing you get. But you also get a twofer with Knowing. Yeah, that Nicolas Cage flick that not many people really care about or remember. Great. So they just had a lot of that just lying in the back and figured, fuck it, we'll just make an exclusive out of that shit. Oh, shit. Man, I've heard of 2-packs and 3-packs and shit, but not really as a Walmart exclusive. Really, honestly, as a double feature, yeah, I'm not really feeling it, man. I mean, seriously, just saying. I mean, would you? Is that really the double feature that you think of when you think of Moonfall and combining Knowing? Man, I swear to God, ain't nobody thinking of that shit. Nobody, man. Damn, okay, well, I guess there's a first for everything, I suppose. Man. But I got a chance to watch this on Amazon Prime, and I did because who doesn't love a little destruction goodness, man? I mean, seriously. I saw the trailer and I'm like, man, this looks all kinds of crazy and fucking ridiculous. And I'm like, really? I mean, okay, the world just went through a crazy pandemic and Lord knows all kinds of other shit that's going on in the world. Why not the moon falling on the earth? Makes perfect sense to me, man. Damn. So, what the fuck? I figure I'll just go along with it. And to put it out, it was originally put out on towards Valentine's Day. And I'm like, man, what says romance with your chick than a little destruction of the earth? I know that always gets me hot and bothered. Apparently so, man. Oh, that's really some crazy shit, dude. Oh my lord, man. But I was willing to go with it. Fine, why the hell not, man? I got an imagination. I can kind of go with this crazy concept. I mean, basically, it's about the moon that is sharply falling towards the earth. No, we don't have months. We have about maybe 2-3 weeks. Hell, at this rate, probably even less, man. And everyone's like, hush, hush, and we got to try to stop this. And the military is like, oh, let's do nukes, because nukes solve everything, baby. And there's scientists out there and astronauts like Halle Berry and Patrick Wilson and this crazy conspiracy theory nut who actually happens to be true. Who'd have thunk that one? And they team up together to solve the mystery of why the moon is falling on the Earth and save Earth. Yes. We've been here a time or two, haven't we? Oh, we indeed have, man. You know, look, like I said, I was expecting this really crazy, wild ride of a film. And you kind of get that a little bit towards the end of the movie. But man, for the most part, this movie's kind of dull. I'm dead serious, man. Like, for the first, like, maybe over half of the movie, I was just bored out of my fucking mind, man. I'm not gonna lie. I literally was just sitting there. I'm like, when is the crazy shit gonna happen? Like, characters are talking about what's gonna happen, and we're introducing all of these characters. Oh, the children of the people that are gonna save them, and oh, the ex-wife and the ex-husband, and you know, these people that rob them, and all these other fucking characters. And I'm like, I don't give a shit about them. Not gonna lie, most of these storylines I could really give a shit about. I give a shit about the whole thing with Patrick Wilson and Halle Berry and them going up to the moon and figuring out what the fuck's going on. But outside of that, like, we always cut back to the kid and them driving to the safe facility, and like, you know, these people are taking advantage of them and robbing them at gunpoint and everything, and then they gotta struggle to get back and survive. And I'm like, man, who ain't got time for that shit? Like, come on, man, we don't got time for this crap. And it's like putting needless characters in needless situations and just soaking up screen time, man. And I was like, man, can we just get to the good shit? And it takes so long to get to it. And when we do, it's not nearly as exciting as I thought it was going to be, which is a real fucking bummer, man. I was sitting there, I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be really crazy and wild. And I'm like, yeah, it's okay. I mean, I've seen better. I mean, seriously, I mean, don't get me wrong, the special effects are really cool, and, you know, there's some moments that really work between the characters, but it's all kind of matter of fact, unfortunately, which really kind of sucks. Hell, I kind of like the Nicolas Cage movie knowing a hell of a lot better, actually, man. At least there's better acting, and I like the mystery a hell of a lot better. I mean, man, I have seen some wild fucking concepts, and I've been trying to wrap my head around this one, man. I mean, okay, I don't mind spoiling this thing. So, what's really going on in this thing? It's not just the moon falling down to the Earth for the sake of falling down to the Earth, right? I mean, that'd be stupid. You need something better than that, right? How about sentient, evil nanotechnology that took out our forefathers, but didn't take them all out because they ended up going to a different planet and seeding life here on Earth in order to eventually beat the evil nanotechnology when it's stored in the moon for some odd reason, and then it waits for like thousands of years before finally attacking us again? What? Dude, I think I need to smoke a shitload of weed to even wrap that shit around my head, but honestly, that's exactly what's going on, dude. Talk about plot holes like a motherfucker, man. Seriously, oh my lord, dude. I mean, this alien good guy sentient being that created the moon is talking to Patrick Wilson about the ancient forefathers and how they were like the most brilliant people on like a different galaxy and planet and everything, and they were betrayed by this nanotechnology that was helping them out and became knowledgeable and wanted destruction for some odd fucking reason. I mean, basically just take Independence Day and the fucking Terminator and you have Moonfall, man. I mean, seriously, what the fuck, dude? I mean, apparently they've been writing this thing for 4 years, and Roland Emmerich came up with the idea when he was making Independence Day Resurgence. Yeah, because boy, I like any idea that comes from the guy that makes Independence Day Resurgence. Right. Oh my lord, dude. I mean, Patrick Wilson gives it his all. Halle Berry is trying. Hell, even the British dude is kind of funny at times. Well, a little bit. More corny than anything else, but it just felt like needless comedy, needless characters, needless situations, and none of it really worked out well. It just kind of was mundane. I've seen better sci-fi movies, I've seen better destruction movies, there's moments, it's kind of cool CGI, but that's really all it is. I wasn't really invested in the situations or the characters, and I didn't really think we got nearly as much destruction shown to us as I would have liked it to. I just kind of was there. Yeah, I mean, okay, but didn't really light my world on fire either. I mean, you would think with an idea like that I just told you, you would think this movie would be fucking batshit insane, and honestly, not as much as you might think. I actually would have preferred if it was more batshit insane. How crazy is that, man? I mean, seriously, it's alright, but honestly, doesn't really take the cake. As far as a romance movie is concerned on Valentine's Day, shit, man. I don't blame anybody that didn't get laid after watching this film. Man, what fucking blue balls did you get after watching this shit? Oh my god, man. I've seen a hell of a lot better. Shit, man, just watch Moonraker. I mean, what the fuck? Come on, man. Cool that they have a Walmart exclusive, but for this movie, I don't know, man. Shit, just watch Knowing, man. Seriously. I mean, don't get me wrong. It is cool artwork, though. I mean, I like the fact that the Blu-ray and the DVD do have the same artwork, and the artwork is kick-ass, and I really like this one on the 4K, with the moon literally exploding into the earth. I mean, that's really fucking cool, kick-ass artwork. I just wish the movie was actually half as good as what the artwork is. Man, what a fucking bummer. Shit. Better luck next time, I guess. Well, better luck, but oof, yeah. Over here in this section, not so much, but maybe there's more media to check out. Well, let's give it a go. And of course, we do have a little bit more media to check out. Who'da thunk that, baby? A little bit of indie goodness with my man Bruce Willis. Yet another one, isn't it? With Gasoline Alley for $12.96. Not only is Bruce Willis in this, you also got Devon Sawa and Luke Wilson. Oh, of course, why not they get into the hijinks as well? Oh, brother. So I got a chance to watch this on Amazon Prime, and I've told you guys many times before, I am a glutton for punishment when it comes to Bruce Willis, because I love the guy, right? And honestly, this is the first one that I've seen since knowing about his aphasia syndrome that he has, his illness. And I'm gonna do something, guys. I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Bruce Willis ain't that great in this movie. He's barely here. But honestly, he kind of looks lost in the film. And I kind of understand why now. I get it. I'm not gonna hate on Bruce Willis. He wanted a paycheck, obviously, to make some money before he headed out the door. It's not his fault, right? He tries for what it's worth. He's not good in the movie, but I mean, he's not exactly the worst thing about it either. He's just there for the sake of being there, right? Saying a couple lines and then being on his way, right? He's Bruce Willis. That's really what they wanted. They wanted the name recognition, and they got it. Even though they didn't get the performance, they got the guy. So why the hell not, man? But honestly, there is a lot more problems than just Bruce in here. The movie is kind of mundane. It's supposed to be this murder mystery where this ex-convict, they say that he's killed these 4 women in cold blood, and they've got fingerprints and they've got evidence, and they're like, oh, we are a hair's throw away from putting you away for good, boy. And so he's got to figure out what's going on, who was the actual killer, and try not to get killed in the process himself. Good luck on that one, man. I mean, the problem with the movie is it's just kind of mundane overall, kind of boring. It's just there. I mean, it's not exactly the worst straight-to-DVD Bruce Willis film you've ever seen, trust me. Oh, I've seen much worse, man. I mean, seriously. But it doesn't exactly light the world on fire either. I mean, there's a lot of issues here. The direction is just kind of flat. The action scenes are flat and uninspired. The dialogue is flat and uninspired. And even like Devon Sawa and Luke Wilson, who I like those actors, they're not exactly in their prime anymore. They're not getting the biggest high-profile roles either. It seems like they're kind of like in a dick measuring contest, man. They're in like the biggest dick measuring contest to see who can overact like a motherfucker here. And honestly, I can't pick which one is actually worse. I mean, they're not terrible, but it's kind of like they're trying to outdo one another. When they're in scenes, they're like, boy, we're gonna take you down, man. We're gonna send you to jail. And obviously Devin Sawa was like, you're not taking me to jail, not anytime soon. I'm gonna figure out what's going on here. And like Luke Wilson comes back like, boy, when you're in jail and you're rotten, we gonna bury your ass. And it's like, what the fuck? Oh man, good God, dude. And Bruce Willis is just standing there like, man, when can I get my fucking paycheck? Seriously, man, good God, dude. Justice gets dirty. Man, this movie is dirty. Man, it does the audience dirty, more like it. Fucking hell, dude. I mean, a murder mystery is intriguing, right? You kind of want to know who's the killer and all the manipulation that kind of happens. And it just kind of comes off as more laughable than anything else, which really sucks because, like I said, there's some really good actors in here. But honestly, it's from the same director that directed American Siege and Apex. Yeah, you know those other Bruce Willis flicks that are real shitty? Yeah, he directed this. Boy, that director's got a really promising career ahead of him. Don't he? Oh, Lord, man. Yeah, it's predictable. It's kind of boring. And the actors are just trying to see, man, which one's dick is more boring than the next. Like, seriously. Oh, God, dude. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's just kind of flat and boring and forgettable. That's really what it is. It didn't anger me exactly. I just was sitting there like, God, man, this is like a waste of my time. Not even in like an angry way where I felt some passion to it. It's just literally passionless. Ugh. I mean, it's okay, I guess, if you want to pass 90 minutes, but shit, like, have an enema, man. I think you'd have more excitement. My God, dude. This one is cold and dead on arrival. God damn, man. Honestly, I'm not a fan of much of these Bruce Willis direct-to-DVD flicks, but damn, I've definitely seen better. At least there's some passion in some of the other ones. This, damn, it got nothing, bro. Whew, man, damn. Well, hey, the little Bruce Willis indie weirdness along with the new release love, not bad. But is there anything else? And indeed there is. Oh, man. And you thought they weren't going to stock anything for Mother's Day. Dude, what the hell were you smoking? Seriously, bro? Well, they got a hell of a lot of stuff for Mother's Day. This is quite interesting indeed. Huh. I mean, they have old school DVDs, which are literally just like an insert that's slipped right in the front of it so that it looks like new artwork, but honestly, it's just a piece of paper. Sorry to disappoint you guys. I mean, it's cool artwork, though, that little piece of paper. I mean, you have Terminator Dark Fate, and by the way, this is supposed to be fierce females for Mother's Day. I mean, fierce females, yeah, but when I think of Mother's Day, I don't exactly think of Terminator Dark Fate. Do you? Not really. I mean, Aeon Flux? Jeez, really? I mean, it's not that great of a movie, man, but for $5, shit, why the hell not? I mean, Arrival's fucking amazing. Chicago is a really great musical. I love that. Clueless is fucking classic. That's amazing. I mean, She's the Man. Well, honestly, when I think of Mother's Day, are they really watching Amanda Bynes? Shit, I'd watch Molly Ringwald in a heartbeat over Amanda Bynes. I mean, seriously, maybe I'm in the minority, but shit, I don't mind that, man. I mean, Molly Ringwald is classic. Amanda Bynes, not so much, not gonna lie. I mean, Mean Girls, I do like Mean Girls. Not bad, but again, Pretty in Pink is still the shit, man. However, she should have went with Ducky, I'm telling you. Just saying. Seriously. I mean, they got The Queen, which is really great. Nobody's Fool. Really? Yeah, no. My Fair Lady, which is fucking awesome. I love that musical. That's really great. Audrey Hepburn is gorgeous. I mean, Tomb Raider is cool. Grease is the word. And definitely for Mother's Day, I can definitely see it. Ghost in the Shell? Well, which one was worse? Ghost in the Shell or Aeon Flux? Beats me. They got that. Hell, they have got The First Wives Club, and honestly, this is a really great movie. I love this film. I watched it with my mother, man. Now, this is definitely a Mother's Day movie by far. This film is fucking hilarious. I love this, and these ladies are pure gold. Love this film so much. You even got Ella Enchanted, which is really great as well. I mean, some of them are $5, some of them are $7.96, depending. But it's not like you actually like get new special features. It's the old school DVDs, the old school discs with a paper insert in it just to make it look a little bit freshened up. You know how they like to do that shit. Oh, indeed they do. But doesn't mean that they can't carry a little bit of new slipcover love as well, which they definitely do. You didn't think they weren't going to carry a little bit of slipcover goodness, were you? Come on now. I mean, they have Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Of course, we got to have some Medea love. And it's interesting because these say Happy Mother's Day from, and then the title of the movie. So actually, when this opens up, like so, it opens up to this. Hope Today gives you, and then you get to write in it for your mother. That's interesting. So literally, you're going to give this to your mother as a gift. Hey, Ma, instead of chocolates or flowers or dinner or, you know, a gift card or something, I bought you a $5.96 DVD. Hey, I wrote something nice in it. Oh, let's see how that goes with your mom, really. Oh, Lord. I mean, they've got that. They've got, I don't know how she does it. I mean, I like Sarah Jessica Parker, but not so much on this film. They've got Overboard, which, by the way, damn, what a shitty remake. I mean, come on. You're seriously going to pick this over the original Overboard with Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn? Man, what, you on drugs? Come on, man. I mean, that's not such a really great movie. Age of Adeline, however, is pretty decent. I do like Age of Adeline. Not a bad little movie. Letters to Juliet, yeah, it's not too bad. Man of Seafried's okay in it. But La La Land is fucking awesome. I love La La Land. This is definitely one that I would consider as a great Mother's Day movie. That is for damn sure. It's just fun. And the music is infectious. Love that flick. Of course, The Choice. I like Teresa Palmer. Movie's okay. But honestly, out of them all, the one Mother's Day movie that trumps them all, baby, and that is Dirty Dancing. Oh, man, come on. This is a quintessential Mother's Day movie. It really is, baby. And honestly, if you don't write inside here, hungry eyes, one look at you and I'm hypnotized. I got a hungry eyes. If you don't do that, man, oh, something wrong with your ass. Oh, dude, I love that. To a mom who always lifts me up. Get it? I owe it all to you. Oh, man, that's pretty cool, dude. That is not bad, man. I like that one, dude. That is pretty sweet. What is this one as well? In a City of Stars, No Mother Shines Brighter. Oh, that's cool. I kind of like some of these ones. These ones are kind of interesting, actually. What does Overboard say? I'm kind of curious. Sending love to a woman who always makes a splash. Oh, hardy, hard. Oh, man. To a truly timeless beauty. Oh, that's cool too, man. Not bad, actually. Kind of interesting ones. I kind of like the motif of a slipcover that also is like a Mother's Day card as well. That's actually kind of genius if you really think about it. However, let's be real, folks. Still get your mother the candy and the flowers and go to dinner, will you? Because honestly, if you just pay $5.96 for just a DVD, yeah, that's not gonna fly. That's not at all, man. No way, dude. But honestly, if I had to pick one for my mother, dude, it'd be Dirty Dancing. Just saying, man, it really would. I mean, they've got some other Mother's Day goodness here. I mean, they've got A League of Their Own, which is definitely a Mother's Day movie for sure. Steel Magnolias. Oh, my God, dude. I love Steel Magnolias. This is a great goddamn movie, dude. That is definitely one of the top grade A Mother's Day movies for sure. Moonstruck is. Fried Green Tomatoes. Some of the other ones are a little weird, like, honestly, Failure to Launch, Mother's Day, maybe. Women on the Run Killing People. Okay, Mother's Day, sure. Oh, man, don't even get me started. Good God. And really? Well, my mother loves Cher, but this Cher, though. Oh, Lord. I mean, some good ones, some interesting ones, some weird ones, and some interesting artwork as well. Not bad for the good old Mother's Day display love, huh? Well, hey, Mother's Day early. Might as well get a crack in. and maybe give your mother something unique for this Mother's Day, huh? Not bad at all this week, not bad at all. A lot to chew on for sure. Let's head out. What a surprise, man. Seriously, so here I am right in like that first section with the movies. I'm thinking to myself, oh my lord. Oh, this is bad. Like, well, at least they have one thing to show off, so I can't quite complain that there's nothing here. But then they had one more thing, and then the Mother's Day love as well, so I'm thinking to myself, okay, good bounce back from last week when they had diddly shit. I mean, honestly, they're still have diddly shit, folks. It ain't actually that good, folks. Just saying. Alright? I mean, it's nice that they have some release goodness, but it'd be nice if you actually made the shelves look full. Just saying. Oh man. I mean, all things considered, I suppose beggars can't be choosers, and at least they had some release love. I mean, new slipcovers, exclusive blockbuster new release goodness, and on top of that, Bruce Willis straight to DVD love? Sure, why the hell not? I mean, I guess I need to give them a thumbs up, reluctantly, but I do, because, hey, they didn't do half bad. I mean, for Walmart. And that's saying something. Indeed it is, man. Hopefully you appreciated all the love. I definitely did. How about we go searching for more media, however, because I know it's out there, and let's go check it out. All right, everybody. We are at our second location, Target. But before I go in, I got to talk to you guys about something. So, every now and again, I go on Blu-ray.com, I go on the forums, and I kind of look at what people are saying about certain releases and announcements, you name it. Now, if you've been keeping up with Criterion, they have announced Raging Bull, a 4K of Martin Scorsese's Raging Bull. That's pretty damn sweet, but for some fans, well, if there isn't certain particulars, then they ain't buying it. For instance, this one person ended up saying, unfortunately, Criterion will skip out on the HDR sticker again that says for brighter, deeper, more lifelike colors on the 4K release of Raging Bull. I just know it. No buy without that sticker. And honestly, crazy enough, this dude who wrote that actually meant it. Oh my god. So now we won't buy a release if it doesn't have a sticker that says HDR on it? What the fuck planet are we living on? Seriously, man. I mean, I have talked about it over and over and over again, that in some ways we've become a little bit entitled as collectors nowadays, right? And even with the whole 4K debate, which I talked about a few weeks ago, and the idea of, well, you know, some people don't want to even hear about any release if it isn't 4K because they're just not going to buy the damn thing. And I think to myself, I'm like, wait a minute. So you mean you're not going to buy a movie that you like if it isn't presented in 4K? What? It just doesn't make any sense to me, guys. And now this person says, well, literally, if there's not a sticker on it that says HDR, they're not going to buy the damn thing. And I'm like, already under the special features, it says HDR on there. So why do you need a fucking sticker that just says it? Well, apparently these people do. And I don't know, man. For me, physical media has always been precious to me. And I've never been somebody that has been a big, like, well, if I don't have this, I'm not going to get that, right? Because if you think about it, there's a lot of people who complain about special features. Well, there's no special features on this release. So why am I going to get it, man? Why charge $30 for a movie that has no special features? And I get that. They have a point, but at the end of the day, I used to be like that, guys. I used to be the guy that was like, I'm not buying this movie if it doesn't have any special features because I'll just wait for a later release. And then you want to know what I found out? There was no later release because some of those movies, they get one release and that's it. And when it goes out of print, guess what? You're paying eBay prices and honestly, you're getting suckered. So I've started to learn that you want to know what? Sometimes if you want a movie, you want a movie. Yeah, it's nice to have the special features, but nothing is ever a guarantee in life. Oh, well, you want the 4K? Well, guess what? They only have the Blu-ray. Deal with it.
And seriously, that's the one thing that I wish, is I just wish that people would be a little bit more lenient when it comes to physical media. I feel like we put all these standards on it and all this sort of rules where it's like, okay, if we don't have this, we're not going to get that. If we don't have the cool artwork, then that's not going to happen. If we don't have the reversible art, then it's a no buy. Well, if we don't have this or that. And this is why physical media is dying in some ways. This is why physical media is as niche as it is that we are making it niche, if you really think about it. I mean, we are so particular on certain releases now. We are so particular on certain details that if we don't get our way, then we're not buying it. And suddenly, then studios see that things aren't being bought on a regular basis, that the sales are down, and suddenly they're like, well, nobody really wants what we're selling. So then we don't put as much in the stores, we don't put much physical media out there, then prices rise like a motherfucker, and so availability becomes lesser because of it. I mean, to me, a debate on a sticker is ridiculous, but it goes to a bigger issue for collectors. The fact that collectors have such high standards now that it's insane. I mean, I love a slipcover. Don't get me wrong. I love a great slipcover on it. But if I don't get the slipcover, it's not exactly the end of the world for me. I'm not sitting here like, oh my God, I don't get a slipcover. And I guess that's not worth the buy. I still want the goddamn movie, dude. I mean, I think at the end of the day, we need to reset our standards. We need to understand that we can't always get our way. And if we're just continuing to wait on 4K, if we're continuing to put these crazy, ridiculous standards like a fucking sticker on something, then maybe it's just not worth it for us to buy the damn thing. I mean, right now, honestly, things are just getting more ridiculous constantly. Well, we need the slipcover. If we don't have the slipcover, no buy. Well, we need the 4K. And if we don't have the 4K, no buy. And, well, we need the reversible art. And we need this. And sometimes companies are just sick and tired of hearing it. And honestly, when is the bubble going to burst? Because honestly, at some point, the market is literally going to implode on itself. And the prices are just going to skyrocket to the point that no one's going to buy it. And so, yeah, a sticker is a small thing at the end of the day. Why wouldn't they put a sticker on it? But even if they didn't, does that really deter you from buying a 4K of Raging Bull? This person is going to the extreme, but in some ways, they're not alone because a lot of people go to the extreme with physical media. I'm just happy that I still have it. Because honestly, physical media is not guaranteed anymore. We live in a world of streaming, ladies and gentlemen. Literally a world where everything is streamed, everything is available right at your fingertips, and not many people are buying physical media. Just be glad that the goddamn thing is out there into the world. And unfortunately, we have a lot of people who are becoming snobs about it. And maybe they need to look in the mirror and realize that, honestly, be a snob about all you want, but there's going to be one day where physical media isn't around anymore. And then you're going to wish that you didn't have all these standards in the first place. Just saying, guys. Definitely let me know about that. Really ridiculous, but they're not alone. And that's a sad thing. Indeed it is, man. But hey, there are those people out there like that. It's just the honest to God truth. It really is. But let me know your thoughts about that, guys. But in the meantime, there is physical media love out there. Hey, Walmart showed it. Crazy enough. But what about Target? Are they going to have the goods? How about we go in? Find out.
All right, everybody, we are in at Target, and yeah, there's a few spots that are a little bit empty here, a little bit empty there, but regardless, they do have that new release love, and you can always guarantee that with good old Target. Damn right you can. Let's dive into it, shall we, with a little bit of DVD love for Moonfall. Hold on, I was gonna say $19.99. No, $17.99, $2 off. Sweet. Hey, who doesn't love a deal? Even $2 off. I mean, come on, man. And they also got the Blu-ray DVD digital for I was gonna say $22.99. No, sale love for $19.99, $3 off. Nice. Very nice indeed. They do have that 4K Blu-ray digital goodness for $26.99. No sale price here. Sorry about that. But they do have all of the variety goodness and a little more with an exclusive only at Target Blu-ray DVD digital $22.99. And this is actually a little bit different than we normally get with Target because this is a little bit of lenticular love. Look at that. Oh, that's really cool, man. Huh. Usually we get like character cards or art cards, a booklet, something like that. But they decided for Moonfall to give it the lenticular love. Can't say we always see that from Target, but when we do, pretty cool. And they decided out of all the things that they could do it for, Moonfall is the one. Yeah, it's absolutely deserving. Right. Oh, man. Hey, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. But it does look actually pretty cool. I like the astronauts there and then the moon. That's pretty cool, man. God, lenticular love at Target. Who'd have thought, man? In 2022, humanity will face the dark side of the moon. Wait a minute. What wasn't that a Transformers movie? Okay, whatever. Transformers Moonfall. Shit, it's all the same, man. But let's talk about a little Roland Emmerich love, okay? Because honestly, this guy, he really likes to blow shit up. Doesn't he? My God, man. He likes to wreck shit to smithereens, man. Truth be told, he's really good at it, so I can't quite blame him. Because if you're good at something, why stop? Seriously, man. I mean, he has done some really great films out there. I mean, Universal Soldier, the first Universal Soldier with Jean-Claude Van Damme. That is a really great movie. Yeah, kind of dated, but I really dig it. He did Stargate. Yes, Kurt Russell, the original Stargate, man. He started it all and did a pretty goddamn good job, all things considered. I mean, he did a great fucking job with that. Of course, we gotta talk about Independence Day, because if you're talking about blowing shit up, damn, dude. I mean, aliens, man, they done fucked up the White House. Shit, it's gonna take them a while to rebuild that crap. I mean, my goodness, dude. I mean, he did that, but then he never really stopped. It was like, okay, I'm gonna mess up the entire world even more, right? It's like, okay, well, aliens blew up the White House and wrecked a lot of the planet. Well, now what about like climate change and like the day after tomorrow? You know, I mean, if Jake Gyllenhaal is to fight anything, yeah, I think climate change is a worthy adversary. I really do, man. Oh, that's really good. I really dig that one. Of course, we got to talk about 2012. I'm kind of indifferent on 2012. I mean, it's got some cool, great effects in there, some really great destruction sequences in that as well. Man, that is some amazing shit. When you want to blow up a national monument or a really popular area that everybody knows about, dude, you get Roland Emmerich for the job, okay? Man, the characters and the story overall, not so hot in 2012, but those destruction sequences are really damn solid. That's what makes that movie, let's be honest, man. That really honestly does, because it ain't the characters, that's for damn sure. All right? My goodness, dude. But then it's like doing 10,000 BC, where you go to like prehistoric times and like huge, gigantic, like saber-toothed tigers or some shit where destroying things. It can't just be something simple. No, it's got to be way over the top. Even something like Midway, which I really do like Midway. It's a really great World War II movie, but it's not just any old average World War II movie. It's got to be big, spectacular action sequences, things blowing up in your face, casualties all over the place. Yeah, that's Roland Emmerich for you, man. Even something like White House Down, where he's like, well, yeah, aliens ended up blowing up the White House, but what if we fuck up the White House from the inside? Oh, God help you, man. God help you indeed. I mean, mind you, it isn't always perfect. Like Independence Day Resurgence. Oh man, you know, there are certain sequels that really give the first film a bad name, and damn, that one does. I mean, Roland Emmerich is trying to out Roland Emmerich himself, and dude, man, he really fell flat on his face. God, that is terrible. I mean, hell, Will Smith wouldn't even come back for that shit. And that's saying something, dude. Damn, man. It is really rough of a movie, man. I don't even call it Independence Day Resurgence. I call it Regurgence. Because literally, every time I watch it, I want to regurgitate. Good God, man. I mean, he's a really solid director when he's able to tell a really good story. He just likes blowing the crap out of things, man. And honestly, it's kind of fun to do it. So can't quite say I blame him, man. I mean, he doesn't always do blow him up stuff. I mean, he did that movie Anonymous. You remember that movie, right? Oh, you don't? Yeah, can't quite say I blame you because it's really not all that memorable. And on top of that, well, nothing got blown up. That's a real bummer. However, I do have to admit The Patriot, though, is a really great movie. But it's not just a simple American Revolution story. No, Mel Gibson has to hack down every goddamn British officer he can find. Oh my God. He'll take anyone and everyone with him, baby. It's so good, man. It's really, really fantastic. But one of my favorite Roland Emmerich movies of all time. And I know I am so in the minority on this one, but I really love the 1998 Godzilla movie. I know. You guys are gonna rip me a new asshole. You guys really are. But, dude, literally, Godzilla destroys the entire New York City landscape. Man, Madison Square Garden ain't never gonna be the same, bitch. Good God, it won't. I love that movie, dude. It is cheeseball as shit. Godzilla honestly doesn't even look like Godzilla, man. It looks like basically like somebody used like Play-Doh and to like mold his face. God, it looks so terrible, man. Yeah, it's not even looking good as Godzilla monster wise, but I love the characters. It's quirky. It's got a little bit of charm to it. Yeah, the CGI effects are really crappy, man. I mean, look, it was 1998. Give him a break, will ya? But I thought it was really fun, cheeky, and just a really great blockbuster B-movie cheese, man. God, I dig that flick. And Matthew Broderick's cool in it, dude. And look, how many times can you really say that Matthew Broderick is the hero in a huge, big blockbuster movie? Well, actually, there's only one. And that's Godzilla. Yeah, he's just really great in it. And just seeing him play the hero scientist character, dude, that like gives me geekgasms. Seriously, it really honestly does, man. But there is one other really great Roland Emmerich film that's kind of underrated, and that is Moon 44. Have you ever heard of that one? I think it's like around 1990, give or take. It's with Michael Pear, Malcolm McDowell, Stephen Jeffries from Fright Night is in it. It's really good. It's like this group of people that have to protect this moon base. It's really fantastic. Cheesy as shit, but I actually kind of enjoy that one, man. You know, Roland Emmerich is in a breed all himself. I mean, truly, when I say that, I mean, the only person I could really maybe compare him to is kind of Michael Bay. But even then, you know, Michael Bay, yeah, he likes to blow some shit up at times, but not to the extent that Roland Emmerich does, man. I don't know if this guy just really hates the world. Like, he'd be like the perfect Bond villain or some shit. He really honestly would, man. I enjoy the technical aspects of him as a director. I enjoy his movies for the most part. I mean, I enjoy something really blowing up and being destructive. It's always kind of cool and fun to see, but you gotta have something that really connects you to it all. And the Moonfall doesn't really have that. I mean, hey, give Moonfall credit where credit is deserved. I mean, boy, you want to see like cityscapes and mountaintops being destroyed by like moon chunks? Dude, this is the movie for you. If you want an engaging story with unique and charming characters, well, look at the rest of the filmography, because honestly, you ain't getting it here. Just saying. But hey, I appreciate the effort from Patrick Wilson and John Bradley, but they ain't no Jeff Goldblum. That's for damn sure. They only wish. Oh, they only do indeed. I mean, we only have the one big new release here at Target, but hey, they still did their due diligence nonetheless. And that makes me a very happy boy. Not bad at all. Let's head out. Ah, yes, Target doing their due diligence on physical media yet again. Oh, you gotta love it. Now, mind you, they didn't have a lot of the physical media goodness. I mean, Walmart did have more to show off. Wait a minute. That's weird. Walmart. The first Walmart had more to show off than this Target did. And I switch universes? What the fuck? Seriously? I mean, it's not a big, huge physical media blockbuster week. There's really only like one main thing, mostly. And honestly, Target ain't making like Mother's Day slipcovers, okay? So give them a little bit of a break, man. They did have the new release goodness. They had exclusive lenticular slipcover love for Moonfall. Sure, why the hell not, man? So, even if that's all we get, it's still pretty damn good regardless, man. And you know that any good physical media love that any store has is always well appreciated and always makes me a very happy physical media boy. Indeed it does, and hopefully for you as well. Not much to show off here, but just enough to keep the appetite going. But how about we check out more physical media love that is out there?
All right, everybody. We are at our third location, the second Walmart. I'm going to go in and check out if there's any interesting indie titles worth showing off. If there is, I'll bring it back to Film Fan 108 H2 and show it off to each and every one of you. But before I do that, I got to talk about a trailer with you guys. And oh, the God of Thunder is back yet again in Thor, Love and Thunder. Oh, yes, baby. Oh, more Chris Hemsworth in my life. Oh, be still my heart. Oh, man. Here we go again with Thor, baby. So, this is only a teaser, but what we get here is pretty good, actually. So, if you remember at the end of Avengers Endgame, Thor leaves Earth with the Guardians. He goes his own way, and basically he's gonna have an adventure with him, find himself, so to speak. And this is where we see him in the trailer, and he's back to being his ripped self. I kind of wanted to see more fat Thor, but whatever. I suppose we can't keep Chris Hemsworth fat forever, folks. Damn it. But he's fit, he's trimmed, he's no longer wanting to be a superhero, he's trying to find himself now, and all the crazy weird hijinks that happened from there. I gotta admit, I am intrigued by this movie, because, actually a couple things. One, if you remember, Thor was basically part of the big three at that point. Iron Man, Captain America, and obviously himself. And Iron Man got 3 movies. Captain America got 3 movies. And Thor got 3 movies. And it stood to reason that we never get any more of Thor. And I was almost betting that in Avengers Endgame, he was going to bite the dust, right? Because I'm thinking to myself, like, again, how much storyline does he really have left? And I'm thinking like, okay, maybe they're just going to do a big play of just a sacrifice thing and he's going to go out like in a really heroic way. It didn't happen. I was kind of shocked. He survived it. And he is one of the OG ones that are still around to this day. There's not many of the original ones that are still kicking, actually. He's like one of the last few. So actually give it up for Thor in a lot of ways, man. He survived a lot of shit. And now with all the new stuff coming in, kind of feels like the grandpa of the group. Seriously, man. I mean, he's old enough to be that anyways. But I also was really interested because of Taika Waititi. Taika Waititi is coming back to direct this movie. Now, he directed Thor Ragnarok. And really, Thor Ragnarok took the Thor character in a completely different direction. And in a lot of ways, actually reinvigorated Chris Hemsworth, because Chris Hemsworth loved playing the Thor character, but I think he was maybe thinking it was a little one note and not as dynamic, and I think they took that side of his character and spun it into something really unique and interesting, and yeah, maybe a little goofy, but a little more colorful of a character. And I think that Chris Hemsworth really appreciated that. And so I think that the Russo brothers really went and ran with it in those Avengers movies. And I feel like Taika Waititi coming back to this, not only has he proven himself with Thor Ragnarok, but now he can really open up and be even more weirder and more bizarre and just have fun with this movie. And it kind of feels like that's what he's going to do. I mean, it feels like Chris Hemsworth is just having a blast still playing this role. And he's getting to do some crazy wild things. And Taika Waititi is doing these crazy, wild, insane colors and scenes and bringing in the comedic elements. And it's a breath of fresh air if you really think about it. And I'm actually really curious to see where they go with the Thor character, especially now that we're entering into a new phase and we're introducing so many new characters and so many different plot elements. We're bringing in the multiverse. And so where does Thor fit into all of this? And I'm very curious to see where it goes. And the fact that Chris Hemsworth still wants to play the character, that he still is having fun doing this, that gives me a lot of hope that they really have something great for him going forward. And I'm very curious about Natalie Portman. That's another big one. And I know a lot of people have really been very critical on the whole Lady Thor angle, Jane Foster in this. People are very much, I don't want to say they're doubting it, but I don't know if they're really as wild about the idea as maybe Taika Waititi is, put it that way. Because for me, I'm kind of intrigued because I love Natalie Portman. And I'm interested to see where she got the whole Lady Thor thing. How is that going to develop exactly? I know Natalie Portman wasn't the biggest fan of doing these Thor movies, and I know that she wanted out, and now she wants back in. And I know that kind of gives the fan base a little bit of like, well, she didn't care then, but now she cares now, and I get it. People are a little miffed about it. But I think it's a cool, interesting storyline that I think Taika Waititi can kind of roll with and have fun with. And sort of seeing Thor's opposite and yet his equal at the same time. I think that's kind of cool. I really do. I'm interested in the returning characters. I'm interested in Thor himself, the Guardians being in here as well. Of course, I'm a huge Guardians fan. I love those characters. So even seeing them again just, man, really gets me going. I think the comedy is going to be cool here, and overall, I'm interested to see where they take the Thor character next. I really do, man. And especially now that a lot of the original ones are gone or not really around as much, what place will Thor have in this new MCU landscape? And I guess we're going to find out in Thor Love and Thunder, man. I am excited about it. It's going to be different than No Way Home. It's going to be different than Multiverse of Madness. And I like that. The idea that, yes, they're all comic book movies at the end of the day, but yes, one can be more like a horror movie. One can be this, fun high school serious drama at times. And yet another one can be this sort of goofy fantasy adventure flick. I kind of appreciate that, and this feels like one that I think we're definitely ready for. We're ready for another Thor movie. We're ready for those crazy hijinks, and we're ready for more Thor manliness. Sure, why the hell not? Always reminds me of how much lesser of a man I am when I'm compared to Chris Hemsworth. Of course. Oh, man. Definitely let me know what you think about that. It really is exciting to me to see another Thor adventure, to see where the characters go next, and honestly, just bask in the glory of yet more Thor love. And who doesn't love that, man? Seriously. Definitely let me know what you think about that. In the meantime, well, there is physical media out there. What about the indie love? Well, how about we go into the second Walmart and find out? All right, everybody, we are in at the second Walmart, and all things considered, not a bad physical media week so far. I mean, not the most plentiful one of all time, but we're seeing the exclusive love, the new releases. The stores are having the goods, man. So, well, now that they have the blockbuster goods, what about the indie weirdness, the bizarro stuff? Come on. I mean, that's why we're here after all, because we want to see all the weird shit.
And does the second Walmart provide it this week? You're damn right they do. Oh yes, we have more Indie Bizarro yet again. All the oddities are on display. Not a lot, but little always goes a long way when it comes to Walmart weirdness. So you know where we're going next, baby. We are going to Film Fan 108 Central, where you said yes, you get to show off all of the beautiful oddities. Hope you're ready. What the hell are you doing now?
Wait, what'd you say? Hold on a second. Ah, much better. Actually, I just came back from the moon. Yeah, I know, right? One small step for man, one giant leap for physical media YouTuber kind. You know, that sort of thing.
Oh, you don't say. The moon, huh? So, what did you find?
Well, I actually heard this rumor, right? That the moon was made out of Blu-rays, DVDs, and 4Ks. I know, right? Crazy. So I decided, well, me as a movie lover, I have to go check this shit out. I mean, isn't it obvious? Wouldn't I be the best candidate? So I decided, hey, why not go up in Bezos' shuttle? Pretty penny, by the way. And I said to myself, let me go to the moon and explore. Well, sadly enough, dude, there was no Blu-rays or DVDs or 4Ks. Man, what a goddamn bummer. Seriously. Shit, man. All I actually got were these moon rocks. Cool, but kind of underwhelming.
Well, I'm sorry for the disappointment. That must have been a real bummer. But those rocks? You say they're moon rocks?
Why, yes indeed, sir. Genuine moon rocks.
Are you so sure about that? Because they look like you just got them from outside and pretend that they're actually genuine moon rocks.
Wait just a goddamn second. Seriously? You're questioning the legitimacy of these? Do you even know anything about moon rocks?
Nope, can't say that I do.
Well, then I guess you don't know what you're talking about, do ya? Hating on my moon rocks. You know, I was gonna give you one, and now, yeah, not gonna do it. Your loss, buddy.
Oh no, what will I ever do? Oh, I'm so disappointed. You know what? Keep the moon rocks. Something tells me you need it more than I do. But if you don't mind actually doing something for me instead, though, instead of the moon rocks, how about you show off the physical media love? Because that would definitely be something that would be well worthy of exploring.
Fine. Be that way. Stick in the mud. Hating on my moon exploration, hating on my moon rocks. One day you'll regret it. Hey, anybody can go into space nowadays. Shit, if Shatner could do it, why can't a physical media YouTuber? Come on now. Space exploration, yes, might be good enough for Captain Kirk, but it's way better for a physical media fan, ain't it? It definitely is, man. I wonder, in space, is there even better physical media? That definitely might be worth exploring. Oh, indeed it might. So you actually might have a point there. I hate to admit it. Oh, you kind of do. Well, let me store my moon rocks in here. You gotta store them in a plastic little container. You know, in case there's any kind of disease that could affect the Earth. You can count on me. I won't screw us all. Maybe not. Oh, maybe not. But don't worry, guys. I got it all under control. Maybe. But you want to know what I do have under control, though? Is the physical media love. And actually, this week has been kind of quite good. Not gonna lie, man. I mean, exclusive love, new release goodness. The stores actually have stuff in stock. And who would have thunk? Seriously. Not been half bad. So with the new release goodness, blockbuster love, exclusives, well, what about the indie weirdness and oddities? Well, as you know, the second Walmart delivers from time to time, and this time around, oh, they definitely do indeed. This stack, oh sure, exploration, absolutely.
Well, what do we have here? A little bit of Walmart weirdness? Oh, indeed we do. The cream of the crop, so to speak. Well, that's what they say. Not sure that's entirely accurate, but let's dive in with a little survival goodness. Ooh, perhaps we do. Last Survivor with Alicia Silverstone and Stephen Moyer. Survival is definitely on the menu. Oh, damn right it is, baby. Edge of your seat thriller, huh? Let's dive in. Troy and his son Jake live off the grid in a post-apocalyptic world where intruders are dealt with in the most brutal fashion. But an encounter with a beautiful woman sets off a chain reaction that unravels their world in a shocking flood of secrets, lies, and homegrown horror. Yes, indeed it is, baby. Father, son, beautiful woman. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, too many goddamn things. That's what it is. Oh, let me tell you something, man. I do like the idea behind this. I mean, not that a post-apocalyptic movie is anything new. We've seen it before, right? Mad Max, The Road, and many, many others. But I like the idea of a beautiful woman coming into this and the idea of a father and son perhaps fighting over her, because that's what it kind of feels like, right? And by the way, Alicia Silverstone should be very happy with this synopsis because they are outright saying she is a beautiful woman. And indeed, she definitely is. Ain't no lie, man. She absolutely is. And if I was them, hell, I'd probably fight over her too. I truly, honestly would, man. And something tells me that women in this post-apocalyptic world are very rare, and when one comes along, oh, they're definitely a keeper. Yeah, I'm getting the vibes off that in a big bad way, man. And I kind of like that idea, right? The idea of a woman coming into somebody's life, the idea that both of these men are very attracted to her and perhaps see her as not only a method of survival, but a method of entertainment as well, if you know what I mean. Yeah, exactly. And all the dark inner desires and the twisted jealousy that happens. I like that. Sort of taking a modern day idea of a sexual thriller and putting it into a post-apocalyptic form. I like that idea, man. It's quite interesting. And the wild card being Alicia Silverstone, because yes, she's a woman. She may seem meek and frail, but she could be anything but. She could be quite dangerous, even more dangerous than the men. You never quite know, man. Mysteries, secrets, and jealousy, and maybe even a little bit of death. Oh, everything packed into this post-apocalyptic thrill ride, isn't it? Indeed it is, man. It looks good. Kind of interesting, not gonna lie, man. And of course, I love Alicia Silverstone. Who doesn't? I mean, Clueless. Man, who doesn't love that shit? Seriously. And Stephen Moyer, you have to remember that back in the day, I was a huge True Blood fan. Me and John, I would go over to his apartment on a Sunday and we would just watch that new episode of True Blood. We'd get pizza and we'd chill out, and afterwards we'd talk about the episode and shit. Man, we were big fans. Then, like, you know, the whole, like, season 4 thing happened, and then that was kind of okay, and then season 5 kind of shit the bed a little bit, and then it just got worse from there, and we just stopped watching. But for the longest time, we were big, big fans of True Blood, man. So Stephen Moyer, dude, Bill hooked up with Sookie, and now maybe Alicia Silverstone? Dude, that guy's got game. Indeed, he honestly does, man. This is one that would be a curiosity for me. Not saying it would be as good as other post-apocalyptic thrillers, but with a beautiful woman like Alicia Silverstone in tow, it definitely is worth the curiosity. If you're gonna bleed, bleed with me. Ah, yes. And something tells me that this chick is in way over her head in yet another Shudder original. My God, man, they are popping them out like crazy. Damn, dude. I wonder if they've ever heard of birth control. Holy shit. My God, man. They are definitely doing their due diligence and putting out a lot of original material. That's for damn sure. What is this about? Rowan, a vulnerable outsider, is thrilled when the seemingly perfect Emily invites her on a winter getaway to an isolated cabin in the woods. Trust soon turns to paranoia when Rowan wakes up with mysterious incisions on her arm. Haunted by dreamlike visions, Rowan starts to suspect that her friend is drugging her and stealing her blood. She's paralyzed by the fear of losing Emily, but she must fight back before she loses her mind. Oh, indeed she will. So, is it really happening? Or is it all in her head? Well, I guess we just have to watch to find out, wouldn't we? I didn't get a chance to watch this one, but it does look kind of interesting, doesn't it? This woman who is kind of meek that makes this friend and thinks, hey, great, everything's fine. Until she realizes that the chick that she made friends with probably was a really bad mistake. Probably. It's hard to find good friends these days. I mean, it really is, isn't it? I mean, if they're not stealing your time, they're stealing your money. And if they're not drugging you, then you're stealing your blood. Shit. Man, good friends are a dime and a dozen. Fuck. Oh, they truly are, man. Now I gotta watch out for some of my friends. Let's hope there's not a blood bank around. Eesh. It's kind of cool and interesting. It's not like it's new or original exactly, because we've seen, obviously, women be friends with other chicks that turn into big mistakes. Yeah, there's been those movies a time or two, like Single White Female. You remember that one? Dude, that's a fucking amazing film. I love that flick, man. That chick, man, was bad shit crazy. Oh my god, indeed she was. And this chick, though, might just take the cake. It's kind of interesting because it even has a little bit of like the paranoia aspect of even like something like a Rosemary's Baby or something like that. I mean, not the fact that this chick's pregnant, but the fact that it's like, okay, is this really happening to me? I mean, all these people are acting weird, and maybe I'm the one that's losing it. Maybe I'm the one that's out of touch with reality. And Believe With Me kind of has that sort of paranoia angle to it as well. But something tells me that it's going to be very predictable. Obviously, this chick is not paranoid. Obviously, this chick is one crazy goddamn woman. And the idea that she really does need to get away before her blood is completely drained from her body. I mean, my God, man. It would just kind of be kind of dull if it was all like at the end, it's like, yeah, she was fine. She just wanted to, you know, meet her parents. Wait a minute. She drugged me to meet her parents? Well, I mean, you weren't going willingly. I mean, seriously, that would kind of be like a wow, kind of a bummer of like, God damn, man, all that for this. So I have a feeling that this chick is definitely bad shit nuts, and she has to fight for survival. Good luck to her. Hope it goes well. Honestly, I try to screen my friends as best I can. Private detectives, man, they do work wonders. Always listen to your parents when they tell you to get home on time, because if not, you'll be dead by midnight. Yes, indeed you will, baby. Y2K kill. Oh, that's so 2000. Oh, screaming online now. I like that. And I do really like the cover, man. That is really, really cool, dude. Not bad. Then again, we've been fooled before. Covers lie like a motherfucker. And this might just do the same, baby. Oh, my God, man. Brush your teeth, bitch. Holy Lord. Oh, my God. What is this? It's Halloween at local television station WKIZ when the vengeful mistress of midnight arrives to host her annual horror movie marathon, Dared by Midnight. Be careful, because she is out to prove that she is still the most hellish host around, and those who watch will be dead by midnight. Starring Kane Hodder, Bill Moseley, what? And Linnea Quigley. Man, bless their souls. Oh, my Lord, man. Oh, some more horror anthology goodness, dare I say. Yes, indeed. And of course, we talked about horror anthology the last time around, but hey, why not more horror anthology goodness, huh? Yeah, I suppose so. Look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't watch this movie, but I watched the trailer to it, right? Because I kind of wanted to know. I said, what is the trailer going to tell me? Is it interesting? Does it kind of intrigue me, fascinate me? Dude, please take a couple minutes out of your day, evening, night, however you want to do it, to watch the trailer for Dead by Midnight Y2K Kill, because, man, I don't want to be the only one that has literally lost 2 minutes of my life. I don't. Oh my fucking Lord. God, is this so bad? It looks so terrible. Dude, seriously, it looks like hot garbage. It looks so fucking shoddy and cheap as shit. I mean, that doesn't mean that it's bad, but it just looks like the stories are uninspired, and it just looks like the kills are weak sauce, and you could give a shit about anybody in this goddamn movie, dude. Damn, it just looks so effing terrible. It really does, man. And honestly, after watching those couple minutes of a trailer, dude, I ain't never gonna be investing any of my time into this fucking movie. I'm just saying, man, I've got a lot of really great horror anthology love in the collection. I've got a ton of it, dude. I really don't need this shoddy piece of shit. I really don't, man. And I kind of feel bad because probably the best thing in the trailer is Kane Hodder. Like, Kane's the best thing about this fucking movie, dude. I mean, literally, it looks like he's having fun, and he's in, like, this sort of skit where he's, like, almost like a murder Viagra pill or something. I don't know, it's so fucking weird, man. And I'm kind of like, okay, he looks like he's having fun, so I'll kind of give him that, but there's, like, an animated cat that's killing people, and I'm like, oh, okay. Man, I can just watch, like, Roger Rabbit or Cool World or some shit. Like, I really gotta watch that? No, that's not really intriguing me all that much. I mean, honestly, it just looks like a really cheapo attempt at recreating horror anthology segments that were better done in other movies, like Creepshow or Tales from the Dark Side, Tales from the Hood, and so many other ones that just did it better. Body Bags, you name it. And unfortunately, here's the deal, right? I love horror anthologies, as I've said many times before. And there are so many really great ones out there. But there is a lot of shit out there. There's a lot of under par horror anthology flicks that, with anything, whether we're talking about slashers or ghost stories, torture porn, I mean, you name it, there's a lot of good ones, but there's even more bad ones out there. And unfortunately, for every good one, there's about really like 5 bad ones that pop their ugly head out of the earth, and Dead by Midnight seems to be one of them. I mean, some are just average, like that horror anthology Holidays. That's not bad. It's okay, all things considered. It's not great. It's got some good segments in it and some not. There's Tales from Halloween, which I thought that movie was okay. I mean, it's got some okay moments, but it feels like it's just aping off of Trick or Treat, which is much better. Southbound is just okay as well. It doesn't exactly light my world on fire, but it's not the most terrible thing of all time. I mean, you also have Cat's Eye. Cat's Eye is pretty decent, actually. I mean, it's kind of lesser Stephen King, I suppose, but it's still okay, all things considered. I mean, even though I have a lot of really great horror anthologies, and I love my horror anthologies so much, I think one of the more average ones that I have is probably something like Two Evil Eyes. I mean, I love Two Evil Eyes, don't get me wrong. I think this movie is really fantastic, but compare it to Creepshow, compare it to obviously some of the more top tier ones, and you'll find it's kind of average. Really great stories. I especially love the cat, man. Oh my god, dude, do I love that one. To me, it's just good. It's not great. It definitely has some good qualities to it, but trying to ape off of the better horror anthologies, it kind of falls a little bit flat, man. There is some really great ones out there, definitely worth enjoying. I mean, even something like Theater Bazaar. I love Theater Bazaar very much, man. I think this is a really good modern day horror anthology called classic. I wouldn't call it a classic. I think when you put it up against some of the more classier ones out there, like Tales from the Dark Side or Tales from the Hood, it does fall a little bit flat, but it's got some really good and really like bloody and gory segments to it, some really demented shit. And the fact that Udo Kier plays a puppet that's alive, man, that just scares the shit out of me. It really does, man. Not top tier, but I think average, though, but still really solid. Maybe even above average. There is some that are above average, some that are not quite hitting their peak, some that are really wonderful out there. And then there's Dead by Midnight. And, god damn it, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh, man, I think if I were to watch this movie, I'd be dead by midnight. Fuck, man. I mean, there's just ones that are really terrible out there. Like Creepshow 3 is fucking god awful, man. I mean, also Snoop Dogg's Hood of Horrors. Do you remember that one? Oh my fucking lord. Maybe you don't, because literally most people have forgotten that shit. But I haven't, because my eyes are still scarred. Oh Lord, it's really not all that good, man. I mean, hey, Snoop Dogg smokes weed in it, but then again, I could watch a lot of movies where he smokes weed, so what's really the point? Yeesh, that's not all that good, man. I mean, Trilogy of Terror is a really great one, but Trilogy of Terror 2? Yeah, not so much, man. Let me tell you something. There is a lot of really average, mundane, just straight up crap horror anthologies out there. Everybody tries to be as good as the best out there, but honestly, they can't beat the rest. They really can't. And Dead by Midnight, good try, maybe. I'm never watching it. And honestly, this horror hostess, let me be honest with you. You're no Elvira, bitch, all right? Don't even try. Good God, man. Well, better luck next time, I suppose. But honestly, I don't even want to see it next time. In a city this dangerous, you may become expired. Kind of like this movie, because not gonna lie, and this flick is way past its fucking expiration date. Yeah, it's that bad. Well, those are my thoughts, folks. Hey, it's been real. Have a good night, folks. Okay, I won't go that far, but it is pretty fucking bad, though. Oh, God, I guess I do really have to talk about the movie, don't I? Ah, shit. Yeah, out of all of this, I watched this on Amazon Prime. And God help my motherfucking soul, dude. I was sold on the movie because it kind of looks futuristic and cool. And it's got Hugo Weaving in it. And I'm like, Hugo Weaving's never let me down. Damn. Now I can't officially say that anymore. Son of a bitch. Fuck, man. And Ryan Quanten, I mean, True Blood, yet another alum of the True Blood fraternity, I suppose. I don't know what kind of fraternity it is, but dude, I ain't pledging. Son of a bitch. He's done some cool stuff as of late, some cool movies that I've really enjoyed, man. So I'm thinking, okay, Ryan Quanten, Hugo Weaving's cool in it, futuristic setting, sign me up. Because 3 strangers, 1 city, and no way out. And honestly, I wish there was a way out of actually remembering that I fucking watched this. Son of a bitch. Oh, man. So, basically, Ryan Quanten plays this emotionless guy that has a seedy past, and he really makes no connections with people. He's just living his mundane life. And one day, he ends up meeting this very gorgeous, beautiful woman, obviously played by Gillian Nugent, and they get along very well. They're intrigued by one another about their dark past, and they have this connection, and slowly Ryan Quanten's character is getting sick. Something's happening to him. He doesn't know what or why. Is it connected to her? Is it not? And Hugo Weaving is basically there to investigate this. He's an old school scientist that could be part of the experiments that Ryan Quanten may have been subjected to. Ooh, I know, mysterious, right? Ooh, yeah, not so much. Don't expect it to be that damn good, folks. I mean, seriously, man. Please don't expect a lot out of this goddamn thing, okay? But I was trying to, right? The beginning of the movie with the voiceover with Ryan Quanten and everything, I'm thinking to myself, okay, It's kind of feeling a little bit of Casablanca-ish with a little futuristic setting dipped in. And I'm like, okay, that kind of intrigues me. I'm interested. Where could this go? And honestly, it goes diddly shit nowhere. It's not intriguing. It's not fascinating. I wasn't entertained. I was just bored out of my fucking skull. I'm serious, man. This is slow and it is mundane and it just feels like it's just dragging like a motherfucker. It really honestly is, dude. And the performances here, even from the great Hugo Weaving, is just really feels uninspired, and it just feels like they're just going through the motions. Or what the fuck am I talking about? Emotionless, because literally every line that Ryan Quanten says, fuck, every line that Hugo Weaving says is literally just the most flattest, boring line delivery that they could possibly ever give. I mean, shit, it makes Tommy Wiseau in the room look like he's reading off Hamlet, for fuck's sake. God damn, man. I mean, Ryan Quanten, there's like so many scenes that he's in. Like, for instance, like in a diner when he's with this mysterious, looking chick, and they're just talking about life, and he's like, yeah, my life. I quit my job. I didn't like it. I don't like this type of food. That's exactly how he's talking in the fucking movie. I'm like, can we speed it up? Can you get some emotion, please, motherfucker? Like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, man? And I guess they try to explain it away about him being experimented on and that he can't really get too emotionally attached to something because then he starts to get sick and he could die because of it. Basically, what you're doing is giving an excuse for the actor's wooden performances, aren't you? Ah, yes. There's a reason why they're flat and lifeless in the movie. It's not because they don't give a shit, it's just because of the plot. Right. Oh my god, man. It's just a bore fest. And then there's supposed to be this intriguing stuff of Ryan Quanten maybe having killed people and being this sort of maybe assassin for hire, sort of something really deep, dark secret. No, there's nothing really deep, dark, secret, or intriguing about that. No, it just ends up being flat and lifeless and useless, just like this whole fucking movie, man. God, I mean, even the futuristic setting, because I thought, okay, hey, the performances are shit, the story is really flat, and I could give two craps about it, but the futuristic stuff could be really cool, right? Well, no, because they show the same fucking cityscape 10 million fucking times in the movie, just different. Oh, there's a little bit of fog. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh, it's sunny. Oh, it's raining. It's the same shot over and over and over again. Great. I wanted to see the futuristic setting in this world. I guess just the same cityscape will do over and over and fucking over again. My god, man. I mean, even if you don't have the budget, there's still creative ways to do shit. I mean, I like the whole neon style of the movie, but then again, there's better movies that do the neon style. There's better movies that do the futuristic settings so much more better and classier and more intriguing and more interesting. Oh, yes, one of the more classic ones, one of the best ones. Oh, I believe you know what I'm talking about, and that is none other than Blade Runner, baby. Yes. Oh, Blade Runner, boy, do I love you. I really honestly do, man. And honestly, that movie is really aping off of Blade Runner in a big bad way. The problem is that it's got nothing on this movie. I mean, yes, some of the performances may seem a little bit hollow like Sean Young, but there's a reason why there is to that. And even when they're supposed to be androids and robots, you still get really great fucking performances out of these characters, man. They're not meant to just be emotionless machines or beings. They're supposed to be sort of a heart behind it. The idea that they're not just these hollow beings that are meant to be killed. They're so much more than that. And I love the whole futuristic setting, all the many shots of the futuristic world, not just one repeating over and over again. The performances are fantastic here. The musical score, it's just timeless. It's absolutely amazing. And hell, what am I talking about? Even Blade Runner 2049 is absolutely stunning and fantastic. Yeah, it's a little long in the tooth, but it's really intriguing. You're fascinated, you're entertained as hell by the futuristic cars and the clothing and the setting and the cityscapes and the performances and the story really reels you in. It's so amazing. This is what great sci-fi is about, man. That is really fantastic, dude. It's really amazing. Why can't they do more of that shit? Seriously, if they did, it would be so much more fucking amazing. But no, we end up getting fucking expired. God, which is so uninspired. It's really terrible, man. And it's honestly feels like they try to always ape off of Blade Runner. They try to do this sort of more modern day futuristic style. And I don't know, they just always fall flat on their face. I mean, not always, because there was that really great movie with Guy Pearce not too long ago called Zone 414, which was really fucking amazing. I absolutely really liked that movie. It was intriguing. I liked how they really had a lower budget but really used it in creative and interesting ways, and characters that you actually gave a shit about and weren't bored by the first 10 fucking minutes of the movie. Oh my god, man. I mean, I sat through this whole movie, but damn was it a chore. Like, after the first half hour, I was like, dude, this has got to get more intriguing. This has got to get more entertaining. It can't just be just this. And like an hour and 15 minutes more into the movie, I realized, damn, dude, that's all they fucking had. That's it. And there was no more. And fuck my life for watching this goddamn thing. I mean, seriously, I love Hugo Weaving. I love the dude. Agent motherfucking Smith. Hell, he had more emotion as that fucking character than he does as this. And he's supposed to be human in this goddamn thing. Oh, Lord, man. I mean, Ryan Kwan has seen better days. Hugo has. Hell, I think the futuristic setting here has seen better days as well. Fucking Lord, man. I mean, you have a great idea, kind of. You have a great neon futuristic cityscape that you barely fucking take advantage of. And honestly, a plot that literally justifies the wooden and shitty acting. Man, honestly, Blade Runner, this ain't, dude. This isn't even Zone 414 and a hell of a lot of other cheesy sci-fi movies. I mean, there's a lot of really great cheesy sci-fi flicks out there. Shit, I will take Total Recall a hell of a lot of times over this, man. I mean, shit, I'll take Running Man, which is fucking amazing. I mean, Soldier with Kurt Russell, which is fucking phenomenal, man. I mean, there's so many really great movies out there that use some really great action and score and the settings to really give you something really intriguing and interesting and entertaining. But honestly, if you're thinking, hey, a new sci-fi thriller, kind of something intriguing, and the cover looks really neon and cool, nah, dude, just fucking pass, bro. Seriously, just do it. Honestly, go back to Blade Runner because you won't regret it, man. That expired title is not meant to intrigue you, it's meant to keep you away. Seriously, it is a warning sign, folks, and God, heed the caution. You won't regret it. I'm proof positive of that, man. I mean, it's an interesting concept, don't get me wrong, but they just pissed it all away with an absolute bore fest that made me almost lose my goddamn mind. Oh, brother. I mean, I really hope to God, I'm praying that they never make a sequel out of this, because I really don't want an excuse to have to watch this garbage again. I mean, good Lord Almighty, if you love me even just a little bit, you will not subject me to this torture ever again. God, I hope. Oh, man, what a piece of work this goddamn thing is. I guess that's one word to describe it. Oh, good God, man. And oh, look at all the wonderful variety that we got from Walmart this week. Oh, the hits just keep on coming, don't they?
Well, if Alicia Silverstone came into my life, shit, I'd fight for her too. It is a conundrum, isn't it? I mean, if your friend is drugging you and trying to steal your blood, I guess you could fight back, but honestly, why not just go to court? Judge Judy will figure that shit out real quick. It is nice for a new mistress to end up revealing a little horror love, isn't it? But honestly, there's only one mistress that I really love. Her name's Elvira, and if you ain't her, get the fuck out, man. And if I wasn't a motionless mess, hell, I'd have sex with androids too. Oh, indeed I would. Oh, baby, the horror love and the weirdness and the oddities. Oh, it's back in a big bad way. Oh, indeed it is. And you know what it does with all the Walmart weirdness. It's just too hard to resist, isn't it? Oh, it definitely is, man. The good, the bad, the ugly, the Walmart weird. Hell, it all deserves to be shown off. I suppose. Oh, man. Some maybe more than others, but still well worthy of exploration. You know what I'm saying, baby? Oh, it definitely is, man. I hope you loved all the oddities and the bizarro titles. I always do. Oh, indeed I do. But enough of exploring. We've done enough of the weirdness already, but how about we go to one more location where we will hopefully find yet more physical media love to dive into.
All right, everybody, we're at our fourth and final location, and if you go into the beast thinking you're not going to find physical media goodness, then you won't. It's karma, simple as that. And I know better. Oh, indeed I do, so you definitely know where we are at. We are at none other than Best Buy the Beast. Best Buy, baby, and oh yes, more physical media love to check out. Oh, well, what are they going to have exactly? I mean, well, they could have all the releases that we've seen so far, maybe an exclusive or two, hell, maybe even a surprise. You never quite know, especially with the Beast. But the only way we're going to find out is to go inside, so how about we head in, check it out. All right, everybody, we are in at Best Buy under the new releases, and well, it's looking a little mother's Hubbard covered up in this bitch, isn't it? Just a wee bit, man. But just like over at Walmart, just because it's a wee bit empty doesn't mean that you can't find good physical media love, especially new release love, like Moonfall, baby. The Blu-ray DVD digital for $21.99, the 4K Blu-ray digital for $29.99, and number 3, baby, we've hit the trifecta with the only at Best Buy exclusive steelbook packaging 4K Blu-ray digital for $34.99. Oh my god, they literally made 3 exclusives for this sumbitch, didn't they? Holy shit, man. Oh boy, man. Yay for small miracles, I suppose. God damn, dude. It looks actually kind of sweet, man. Where like the little pieces of the moon are coming down to earth and raining down everything and creating chaos. It kind of looks cool, honestly. I do prefer this artwork and this artwork better than this artwork. Not bad, but doesn't exactly blow me away either. Actually, kind of like the movie, so hey, it fits. Oh man, sad but very unfortunately true, man. But there is a lot of disaster movies out there that are kind of like Moonfall, different in their own special way. I mean, yeah, Roland Emmerich's directed a lot of them, that's true, but there's also a lot of other ones that he didn't direct. Shocker of Lifetime, I know, but it really is true. Like Deep Impact. Oh, dude, do you remember that movie? That was so fucking good. I think like Morgan Freeman was the president. Dude, I'd vote for that motherfucker any day of the week, man. He literally has the voice of God, dude. Oh, my lord, man. Elijah Wood is so young in that film. Man, that was such a blast from the past. And if you like that, well, hell, you kind of got to like Armageddon, too, don't you? Oh, man. Bruce Willis literally drilling on an asteroid. Some crazy shit, man. God damn, dude. It was so good. Man, like Liv Tyler and Ben Affleck, Steve Buscemi. You think like Michael Clark Duncan was in that thing as well? Dude, that's like who's who? Owen Wilson? My god, man, there was so many fucking great actors in that thing. It's great. And dude, the soundtrack, Aerosmith, and I don't want to miss a thing. I know. I sound just like him. Oh, Lord. That is so great, dude. God, I love that movie, man. I mean, there's also Dante's Peak with Pierce Brosnan, which is really fantastic. God, I love Dante's Peak. That's really underrated. That's a really great flick, man. Of course, I gotta talk about Greenland, which came out not too long ago, and it's actually a really solid disaster flick. I actually really like that one. I thought Gerard Butler was really great in that. Very heroic and actually relatable. Of
crazy enough for Gerard Butler, not gonna lie, man. And I heard they're making a sequel to that? Really? Okay. God, what else can go wrong? Shit, man. I mean, that's really good, and I also gotta give a lot of love to Geostorm. Yeah, Geostorm is not really as good as Greenland, to be fair, but it has its moments, and it's actually pretty solid, all things considered. And again, it's Gerard Butler doing what Gerard Butler does the best. Looking badass and buff as shit, running away from things destroying around him. I gotta tell you, he is an expert at it. He really is, man. He truly is, dude. I mean, there's also ones that don't literally take the concept to that extra nth action craziness degree, like Don't Look Up. Don't Look Up is technically a disaster film. Yes, it's more comedic and wacky, but it is one of them. You have to admit that, dude. I mean, you have the old school ones like Earthquake from way back in the day, which is so great and cheesy as shit, dude. And I do want to say one that is really serious. I love this movie, but goddamn is it depressing as hell. And that is The Day After. If you have never seen The Day After, man, talk about like a really depressing melodrama about what happens after like nukes go off and shit. Ooh, man, my God. Man, you need to see a therapist after that. Holy shit. Great fucking movie, but goddamn, dude, does it hit you in the feels. And honestly, that's really depressing, but honestly, there's another movie called Threads, which is the equivalent to The Day After that was released in the UK. Threads is phenomenal. I love that movie, but I think that movie is even more depressing than The Day After. How is that possible? Fuck if I know, man, but it really is, dude. I mean, you have your action-heavy ones, the big blockbuster spectacles, you have the more goofy-ish ideas like Don't Look Up, and hell, you even have a little depressing dramas. I mean, there's a lot of them and everything in between, dude. And honestly, you know where Moonfall goes, don't you? You know where it lands as far as, you know, obviously which one it fits into the category too, but honestly, the problem with Moonfall is that it doesn't have engaging characters or engaging situations the way that Armageddon does or the way that Deep Impact does. You don't really feel the drama and the dread and the heartbreak that you feel in something like The Day After and Threads. You really honestly don't, man. And yeah, it's cool to see CGI stuff blowing up around you and, you know, the moon literally falling into the fucking earth. I mean, it's cool, but it does really nothing for me. I need a human story with human characters that I can care about, situations that I can relate to. I mean, it's not every day in my lifetime that I see the moon fall, baby. And when it does, I'm going to hold my physical media collection tight, put my head between my legs, and kiss my ass goodbye. You damn right I will, man. Oh, brother, aren't we all? I mean, yeah, I guess I could hold my girlfriend or my mother, but yeah, no, my movie collection holds a special place in my heart. Sorry, sweetheart. But look, man, I mean, I'm cool with like the big CGI spectacle. And back in the day, if I was like a teenager moviegoer, I'd be like, whoa, look at that. Look at all the CGI. That's cool. But now I need a human story. I need that human connection that's really going to grasp me and keep me invested in the story. And Moonfall just doesn't have that. And not only that, but it's not like crazy and overly ridiculous to keep me engaged in like this so bad it's good level, right? And that's another problem because it has a really wild concept and some really crazy theories, but it doesn't really go as far with it as I want. It doesn't go as far into the ridiculousness as I was really hoping. It does a little bit, but not nearly enough, man, and that's really the unfortunate problem. Dude, I mean, it has its moments, don't get me wrong, it's decent for what it is, but it's no Armageddon, it's no Deep Impact, it's no Greenland, fuck, it's no Geostorm. Shit, man, I'll take the depressing shit from The Day After Threads any day of the fucking week. I mean, seriously, man. I mean, I might have a lot to say to my therapist, but shit, at least I'll be entertained. I mean, damn, dude. Like I said, it's got its moments, but it's not the best. Not in Roland Emmerich's career, and certainly not as far as disaster movies go. Well, there's always next time. And you know, when it comes to that dude, with his movies, there will always, and I mean always, be a next time. That is for damn sure, man. Very interesting Steely Love. Ooh, who'd have thought? 3 in a row. Crazy and wild, man. That's for damn sure, dude. I mean, you do get a lot of special features, man. I mean, a lot of featurettes and commentary as well, which is really cool. I mean, hey, you know, if I want to hear about how you created the moon falling into the earth, I definitely want to hear Roland Emmerich's thoughts. That guy's a scientific mastermind. Right. Right, sure, whatever, man. Interesting little bit of new release love, just a tiny bit. They certainly need to restock, that's for damn sure. But what is on the horizon? Is there more physical media to check out? Let's give it a go. And perhaps the bag does have a little bit of physical media love to cherish. Perhaps 4K goodness, like I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. The 70th anniversary 4K Blu-ray digital for $24.99. Yeah, Singing in the Rain might be gray-haired. They have the occasional hip problem. But damn, are they still gloriously wonderful. Oh, indeed they are, man. Wow. 70 years of full-on glorious entertainment, and man, this is the reason why classics don't go out of style. Singing in the Rain is one of the best among the bunch. Damn, 70 years. That's a lot of time to still be relevant and still maintain your classic status. I mean, it's kind of weird, actually. My mother is older than Singing in the Rain. Wow, that's weird. Oh, man. When your mother is older than one of the greatest movie musicals of all time, that says a lot of shit, man. It truly does. Wow. Dude, Singing in the Rain is absolutely amazing and phenomenal. I watched this movie, honestly, back when I was a kid in the VHS days is when I watched it for the first time, and I did because my mother was a huge fan. She loved this musical, and to me, Singing in the Rain personifies old school classic Hollywood in almost every single way and every single fashion. The set design, the clothing, the dancing, the music. I mean, everything is done in that really top-notch, old school, sort of classic old way that they used to do Hollywood, man. And it's fucking phenomenal. The vibrant colors, the acting, the musical sequences, and my God, the absolute wonderful dance numbers that would blow you away. I mean, people talk about reality shows like So You Think You Can Dance, or they talk about, you know, musical stuff like Step Up and shit, and I'm like, yo, fuck that crap, dude. Seriously, none of those people could ever do what they did in Singing in the Rain, man. Singing in the Rain is well above every other thing that has come out in recent years, dude. I mean, I'm not saying everything is bad, but if you compared it to the song and dance numbers that they did in Singing in the Rain, it by far blows all of it away. It really honestly does. I mean, just the sequence alone with Debbie Reynolds, Gene Kelly, and Donald O'Connor were there in that room, and they flip around the sofa and they're tap dancing. Just that alone makes anything that Channing Tatum did in Magic Mike seem like goddamn amateur hour. I mean, seriously, it really honestly does. And I know that dancing has evolved and that sort of style is no longer really the in thing to do, popular anymore. I get it. And dancing is not easy in the first place. It takes a lot of skill and a lot of man hours to really train and perfect stuff like that. But that was, bar none, I think, for me, one of the peak classic ways of dancing, and no one has ever really equaled it, in my opinion. I mean, even Gene Kelly, no one's really even equaled Gene Kelly as a performer and a dancer and as a singer. He was unique and one of a kind. He truly, honestly was. Donald O'Connor was the same. I mean, not on the same level as Gene Kelly, but man, he held his own pretty damn good, I have to admit. And he was amazing in a lot of movies. The dancing was phenomenal. He really just hit it out of the goddamn park, dude. And Debbie Reynolds. Man, Debbie Reynolds is a classic, and she never goes out of style. I love her later films, but the early stuff like this is equally as great. Man, this movie is funny, it's entertaining, it has charm for years on end, like 70 years of it. I mean, it really honestly does. There's a reason why this hasn't gone into the good night and just literally been forgotten, because it's memorable in every single way. The music and the dance sequences and the costumes and the iconic lines and delivery. I mean, it just can't be beat. Look, I love a good musical. I really do. There's something about it to me that's really infectious and enjoyable and crowd pleasing. I'll always love movies like West Side Story, which is absolutely phenomenal and extremely well done. I mean, masterclass, no doubt about it. Newer stuff that is really original, like In the Heights, which is absolutely amazing and phenomenal, and the music is outstanding. But a lot of the modern ones really do have to take a lot of influence from Singing in the Rain. They really do. In one way or another, they owe a lot to this movie. They owe a lot to these actors. They owe a lot to these dance sequences. And there was never anything like it before or since. And man, just looking at this movie makes me miss old Hollywood, makes me miss old school actors, makes me miss the old school musicals from back in the day. It really honestly does, man. This is bar none, absolutely one of the best musicals to ever have been made. There is literally no doubt in my mind about that. This still has entertainment value to this day. You can have a teenager sit down and really watch this, and they'd find it funny. They'd have a lot of fun with it. An older person, obviously, sitting down can really reminisce about this film. I think it's good for not only the older generation, but equally the younger generation as well. It's really just that damn good at the end of the day. It truly, honestly is, man. No doubt about that. I mean, 70 years has flown by, and that's not enough. Seriously, we need 70 more years of Singing in the Rain gold. If you have never seen this movie, first of all, this is a classic. This is a must watch. Any fan of musicals who hasn't watched this, you are completely missing out. Somebody who reminisces about old Hollywood, likes old movies, this is a must watch. Literally, there's a reason why this is a classic, and it needs to be experienced by everybody and anybody. No doubt about that, man. It puts a smile on anybody's face, young, old, in between. You're just gonna fall in love with this movie just like I did. It's so damn good, man. I mean, you do get some commentary, you get a little bit of sing-along, theatrical trailer, not bad. I mean, they have released a lot of editions of Singing in the Rain over the years. VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, now 4K. And trust me, we're gonna have more editions eventually of Singing in the Rain. You think this is gonna be the last one? You're dead wrong. Another one for 75, another one for 80. 85, 90, you name it. There will be more editions of Singing in the Rain because it's just that damn beloved. It truly is, man. No doubt about it. Oh, absolute classic. And they never go out of style. Damn right, baby. And ain't nothing like Singing in the Rain. Oh, damn sure, man. Not bad. A little bit of love, but definitely well worth it indeed, wasn't it? Not too shabby, baby. Not too shabby at all. Let's head out. Another good old week for that physical media love, baby. Absolutely. I mean, not a crazy plentiful week, all things considered, but Best Buy still did their due diligence, didn't they? Oh, indeed they did, baby. And as a person who appreciates that movie love, it hits me right in the feels. It truly does, man. Now, mind you, they don't have everything, because if you remember, they did have actually that RoboCop 4K Arrow. Yeah, that is all gone. And up in the front with the new releases, they no longer have the Heavy Metal Steelbook, nor do they have the Cabin in the Woods Steelbook. They're all gone, man. However, if you're missing out a little Steelbook love or some collector's edition goodness, I mean, they did get back in stock Dirty Dancing. Oh, yes. Did I mention how much I love this movie? Indeed I do. I'll have the time of my life. And I never felt this way before. Never felt this, I swear. I already own it though. Oh man, but they do have that. But boy, it does seem that Best Buy has been more popular as of late. Steelbooks are running out, collector's editions. People just love coming into Beast and buying physical media, and I can't quite blame them, baby, because when they bring out the good physical media love, they definitely do, man, and I absolutely appreciate it. I know you guys do as well. They are definitely stocking physical media love in a big bad way. Indeed they are, man. Not half bad. Again, not crazy amount of physical media love this week, but just enough to keep me going. And hopefully for you too, not have bad after all, baby. I will definitely take it indeed. But enough of all the store madness. Let's head home and finish the video. Alright everybody, that'll do it for the Blu-ray and DVD out and about video this week. And it wasn't half bad for all that physical media goodness, wasn't it? It was actually really solid, all things considered, man. I mean, you had the indie love, you had the new release love, hell, you had exclusive goodness. Man, I didn't think that we were literally going to get all 3 exclusives for Moonfall. Out of all the movies that deserve all kinds of exclusive love, Moonfall. Okay, fair enough, man. Hey, look, I'll take it, dude, okay? It's not every week that we get the trifecta of all of that great exclusive love. So when we get it, I'm definitely appreciative of it. Just kind of wild to think of all the things that could get it. It's literally Moonfall. Fair enough, man. But we saw a lot of really great stuff this week. Hopefully you guys picked up something good, maybe even some exclusive love. Definitely let me know. As far as I'm concerned, yeah, I did get some physical media goodness this week. That is for damn sure. Like a little bit of Exorcism of God. Okay, so yes, I did get this movie, man. It was over at the second Walmart, the Blu-ray of it, and I got it, man. Now, actually, I gotta admit, I don't buy a lot of exorcism movies. I really don't, and the reason being is because a lot of them just aren't that good. I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a really good exorcism movie, and there's been some really great ones in the past, like, of course, The Last Exorcism, which I think is really great, of course, Exorcism of Emily Rose, clearly, and there's a lot of really great ones, but then again, there's other ones like The Rite, where I'm like, it's just there, it's bland, it could be a hell of a lot better, and I don't know, like movies like The Devil Inside or some shit like that, I mean, they're just real dogs, man. And so I went into this movie thinking to myself, I'm like, man, this is gonna be real shit. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to really like plunge into this one and, man, make fun of this shit. And I left this movie really blown away, and I'm like, man, this really is a unique exorcism movie that sort of turns the exorcism genre slightly on its head and does something a little outside the box, which I appreciate. Yes, it has all the same similar exorcism tropes that you've seen in other movies, but I think it's done a little bit better and a little bit more clever and creative. Shockingly enough, man, I thought it was dark, I thought it was a little twisted, and I dug the characters. And I can't say that for a lot of exorcism films nowadays, but this one, I definitely can, man. What a shock, but I had to add it to the collection. I really honestly did, man. It was just that damn good. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's really solid. If you're still into exorcism films, if you haven't been bummed out by a lot of the trash out there as of late, check this one out. It's actually really solid. And the scares ain't half bad, too. Not bad on that one, that's for damn sure. But I got a little bit more love, weirdly, from exorcism horror to a little bit of comedy gold with Soap Dish. Oh, man. Oh, I picked up Soap Dish. Dude, god damn do I love this movie, man. When they announced this, right? When they said, okay, we're going to put out a Blu-ray release of Soap Dish, I was thinking to myself, wow, I haven't even thought about this movie in so damn long. And I love this film. I watched this back in the VHS days, man. I did, dude. Like, my mother and father taped it, and I just fucking ate this shit up. And I think the reason why I did, actually, is because back in the day, my mother used to watch soap operas.
she was one of those people that used to watch, I don't know, like The Guiding Light or whatever the hell it was back in the day, man. And Young and the Restless, something like that. And I would watch some of it with her. I mean, honestly, I was little, sometimes you were kind of forced to watch it. And I would just be kind of baffled. I'd be like, what the hell is going on in this series, man? Like, it's like somebody's father who is abandoned by their child that suddenly has another kid that's mysterious, and then the father goes missing, and then the mother accidentally killed him, and then he comes back to life, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's just one weird thing after another, man. Just crazy ideas and storylines, and I'm like, man, people eat this shit up. Like, holy shit, man. And I just love the fact that Soap Dish is kind of doing a comedic take on that, of like all these soap opera actresses and actors and the whole business of it and the plot lines and the drama and the hilarity of it. I always thought it was really fun, man. And what a hell of a cast, man. I mean, Sally Field, Kevin Kline, Whoopi Goldberg, Robert Downey Jr. is in here, a young Terry Hatcher. Dude, this is amazing. I love this movie so much. It is hilarious. It really is, man. If you know anything about that whole soap opera culture, this movie really is great, just making fun of it. And I thought it was a blast, man. I haven't thought of this movie in fucking decades, but when they announced it, I knew I had to get it. It is comedy gold, man, and I had to have it for the collection. I seriously did, man. It's so good. Blast from the past, man. God damn. That is great, man. But that is not it, because I also got a little bit of package love from Orbit DVD. Yes, another one for the April pickups. Yes, indeed. Now this, going back to a little horror love with horror anthology goodness. This one I absolutely needed to pick up, guys. There is no doubt in my mind I needed to get this. And the reason why is because I really dig the stories here. I like the demented quality of it. And I felt like as far as horror anthology sequels go, damn, is it pretty solid. It really honestly is. So I had to show it a little bit of love. But honestly, you won't get to find out exactly what is in this package until, well, eventually I will get to my Blu-ray pickups for April, and man, it is amazing. I mean, I've got boutique label love, I've got new release goodness, some surprises as well. Pretty damn tasty for physical media in April, and add one yet again. Not bad. So a little bit of Orbit love, soap opera comedic goodness, and exorcism horror. Hey, ain't half bad this week. And before I let you guys go, I gotta talk about this. Now, yeah, I talked about the Academy Awards and the whole slap heard around the world thing. Trust me, that's a whole conversation in itself, man. But what about the Academy Awards themselves? What about the actual, awards season and what it means to get an Oscar nowadays? Does it have the same meaning as it used to? Well, according to Edgar Wright, not so much. From Slash Film, Edgar Wright pleads for award shows to focus on films again. Let's dive in, shall we? The telecast of the 94th Academy Awards promised with every step of the planning process to be a complete debacle. Each decision seemed worse than the last. From the cutting of 8 categories from the central ceremony to the inclusion of presenters who have little to do with the world of film. Tony Hawk? DJ Khaled? Seriously? Things looked pretty grim, and when Sunday, March 27th did finally roll around, the actual show proved to be just as awful and chaotic as many expected. The jokes were often in poor taste, and many were made at the expense of enjoying films, contrary to the evening's theme of Movie Lovers Unite. Flip jokes were made, for instance, about animation being something parents endure while their children consume it repeatedly, making it sound like the Academy sees the medium as a kids-only affair, which, honestly, they need to open their fucking eyes, man. Seriously. The producer of the show seemed to be chasing an audience of people who don't watch films or don't ordinarily follow the Academy Awards. I cannot say how successful the show was in capturing the eyes of neophytes, but I can say that it alienated and grossed out those of us who do love cinema. A deep lover of cinema who was particularly put off was director Edgar Wright. Wright takes a good deal of delight in discussing the films he watches the most and talks openly about the films that influence his own work. He took to Twitter to point out his biggest problems with the show. Wright pointed out that Best Director nominee who did Drive My Car was also up for Best Picture, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best International Feature, the last of which it won, was not permitted to give a longer acceptance speech. This has long been an issue with the Academy Awards, as winners are typically cut off by the live orchestra before their speeches are even done. Additionally, Wright took exception to the fact that the 4 Lifetime Achievement Award winners were given embarrassingly short shrift. Samuel L. Jackson was tapped as a presenter, but Liv Ullmann, Elaine May, and Danny Glover were hardly ever mentioned. Wright would have preferred a show wherein the 4 of them were given a greater context. Finally, Wright lamented that award shows have become more and more about the variety show aspects of the presentation and less about the movies themselves. To the briefly editorialize, Edgar Wright is right. Too many decisions in recent years surrounding the Academy Awards telecast have been to serve a TV audience and have focused less and less on the actual science or craft of films. Categories are condensed and then cut altogether. One must wonder how the editor of the show felt when they were cutting out the Oscar for Best Editing. If one takes a long view of the Academy Awards, coming up on a century of activity actually, one might recall that it was partly established as a way to placate filmmakers who would otherwise protest about lack of recognition. Quote from Louis B. Mayer, "I found that the best way to handle filmmakers was to hang medals all over them. If I got them cups and awards, they'd kill them to produce what I wanted. That's why the Academy Award was created in the first place." Interesting thought, actually. As long as that's true, perhaps the artists and technicians who work so hard to create the films we love can actually be given recognition. A fancy dress gala wherein people get statues and awards is a glorious, if crass and commercial culmination of a year of filmmaking and film viewing. Given how large and expansive filmmaking has become and how much more history we're adding every year, a progressively longer award show is logical. The notion that a mythic film-indifferent audience can be lured in with a short, punchy show and a lack of time given to a certain category is literally antithetical to everything the Academy Awards means, even from a mercenary standpoint. Which basically means, ladies and gentlemen, listen to Edgar Wright, will ya? Seriously, the man knows his shit. Oh, man, he really honestly does, and he ain't wrong, guys. I mean, dead serious. He's not wrong, and I agree 110% with Edgar Wright on this one. I agree 110% with this article, because, let's be real here, there has something that's gotten lost in translation with the Academy Awards over the years, man, and it's interesting because a little while back, I was going back and watching the old school Academy Awards opening presentations, right? And I was watching all the old school ones from Billy Crystal and Steve Martin and Whoopi Goldberg and a lot of those ones. And I was like, oh my God, I miss this. I miss these old school hosts and the jokes and actually giving time to the actors and actually making it feel like an appreciation of film. I've forgotten about that because we just don't get that shit anymore, man. We honestly don't. And it really saddens me. It really honestly does because, you know, it's not like I need a certain film that I love to get an award. I love a film regardless. Whether it wins an award or not, it doesn't really matter to me. But the idea of recognizing these artists and recognizing this hardworking crew that literally, you know, sweats and bleeds for a film sometimes is something that I think does need to happen, man. I mean, there is so much that goes into making a film. It's not just the fact of you watching it. It's the fact of writing the screenplay. It's pre-production of getting a crew together and actually filming the damn thing and the cameras and the actors and then putting the CGI and the effects in there and the editing. There's so much complications to it than just sitting down and seeing it on the big screen. And the fact that a movie can even get made with all the complications that happen nowadays is fucking phenomenal. It's literally a miracle sometimes if you really think about it. And so to make the Academy Awards now just like a little bit of a show that is trying to tell these really terrible jokes and not really even care about what the actors are anymore or what they do, and it's just basically a superficial show, really pisses me off, man. It really honestly does. And I think what pisses me off even more is the fact that the Academy Awards, as actually any of the award shows, Golden Globes or all the other ones that are out there, it's supposed to be a celebration of the year of film. But you and I know that that's not exactly the case, right? Because we know from experience that basically it's the last few months of the year that really ever matter as far as the categories are concerned. Which, again, really, oh, man, really pisses me off, dude, because there is so many amazing horror films, action movies, romance flicks, thrillers, comedies, you name it. There are so many really great, wonderful movies out there that get released every single year that has really phenomenal acting and a great story and really great writing, and unfortunately gets buried, literally gets buried by the Academy because, well, if it's not prestige enough, we don't want to hear about it. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. I really hate that, because I remember back in the day, if you remember this, remember when Sigourney Weaver got nominated for Best Actress for Aliens? Yeah, that shit actually happened. And I was so amazed by that. I mean, she didn't win, but the fact that she was nominated for a horror action movie like Aliens, that's fucking wild to me, man. We just don't see that much anymore. And it's a goddamn shame. You think of something like Hereditary and Toni Collette's performance in Hereditary, and that is an amazing one. It's absolutely fantastic. And I'm thinking to myself, boy, wouldn't it have been fucking awesome if she was nominated? And it's like, okay, well, I guess they just don't want to show love to movies that actually deserve it. They just want the prestige films, the ones that they think are high art. And there's nothing wrong with those movies, but we should show love to everything. If it's supposed to be an appreciation of the entire year, then make it an appreciation of the entire year. Don't literally fuck over certain movies because they come out in January or May or July or something like that. They're just taking advantage of a certain time frame, a certain season, and they're still great films regardless. But whatever. The Academy Awards is the way it is, man. But you have to admit that it's just been going downhill constantly for such a long time now. And the problem is, what's the solution exactly? Because I remember back in the day when people would complain about, oh my god, the award show is like 3 freaking hours long. And they're like, well, I'll catch up with it in the morning news because, damn, they ain't ending anytime soon. And there was all those jokes about it. And I get it. I understand it, man. But I never minded that. I never cared. I wanted more. And now we're just cutting awards from the actual presentation. We're presenting them off air, and we're not even giving them the appreciation that they really deserve. And it just feels like we're shortchanging the audience. We're shortchanging these people that deserve just as much love and consideration as any of the big major stars do. And to me, movies are precious. Filmmaking is precious. And as somebody who loves special features, I've really loved diving into the making of certain movies and the difficulties of it and what the crew had to go through and the challenges and the struggles and the achievements. And the idea that they literally, on the major award show, can give the on-screen presentation of best editing, or the fact of a lifetime appreciation award for an actor. They just decide, well, we'll do it on the award show that's before this, we'll show clips of it. And I'm like, are you kidding me, man? I mean, seriously, you're gonna do that? To me, what I always love about it is that it gave a voice to those behind the scenes artists that never really had it. I mean, I heard about so many great editors and makeup effects people through the Academy Awards. People like Rick Baker and, you know, a lot of really wonderful editors and cinematographers. And you just don't get that anymore, man. You just honestly don't. And I just feel like we're shortchanging those people nowadays, and we just are not giving them the kind of love and honor that I think that these people richly want and should get, honestly. I really do believe that, man. And, you know, at the end of the day, there really is no easy fix for this. I mean, you can try to do an awards show that's shorter, but you're shortchanging it. You can do longer, but then people are going to complain. You can get better hosts, because I feel like we're just doing these sort of half-assed jokes not to really offend anybody, and then when we do, it's like, oh my god, oh, what are we gonna do? I was like, look, these actors get paid thousands, what am I talking about, thousands, millions of dollars, man. They get paid. I'm sure they can deal with a little bit of joking that comes at their own expense. I'm pretty sure that they can do it. Well, unless you're Will Smith, then that's no, man. You don't want to end up like Chris Rock. But that being said, man, look, I've always found the Academy Awards to be very special. And when somebody gets that Oscar, when somebody gets that golden statue, it really should be a crowning achievement. And I feel that it's turned into a complete joke, and it's not as meaningful as it used to be. And for me, I barely watched the Oscars anymore. This year, I didn't even watch it at all. I was on Facebook, and I was just scrolling through to see who won next. I didn't even care, man. And unfortunately, I think the power of the Oscars is slowly going away. And I think in some ways, awards are kind of going a little bit away as well. I'm not saying that they're going to completely go away. You always want something. You always want to be recognized for your achievements and for striving to do better. And I appreciate that. I really do. But at the end of the day, the award shows have turned into something that's just very superficial and fake and not as momentous as it used to be. And the stars nowadays don't feel as special as they did back in the day, and it just kind of feels all matter of fact now, and I just don't really care for that. I really honestly don't, man. I mean, I still like to see who wins. I still appreciate the artists that are behind the scenes that are doing this great work, but again, to me, it needs to be done better. It needs to actually be a really great momentous occasion for the achievements of film for an entire year. And we haven't had that for a long time. And I really feel like it's no longer the elites that really care about the movies anymore. I think it's us fans that really care about them. You and me that really care about these movies, man. And, you know, the elites want the awards, but they don't really care about the films. We care about the films. We care about the movies and the actors and the special effects and the storylines, and we are the people that really keep this love going. The elites, yeah, they have the money. Yeah, they have all of the great, you know, glitz and glamour. But at the end of the day, you strip that all away, and what do you have? You have the movie itself in the palm of your hand. And it's the fans of the films, it's the fans of movies and movie lovers out there and movie aficionados that really care and really make those movies mean something at the end of the day. So, you know, as much as I appreciate the Academy Awards, or I used to, for me, it no longer matters. I used to be somebody that was really into these award shows, and I'd watch them all, and I would like root for my favorite ones. And after a while, I've gotten to a certain age now where it just doesn't really matter to me anymore. I love the movie itself. Okay, if it won an Academy Award, great. If it didn't, oh well, who cares? I still love the damn movie regardless, man. And will we ever get back to a place where the Academy Awards really does mean something, really is important, and something that is a really great stepping stone in somebody's career and something that we can all cheer for. Maybe years from now it might be, if the Academy Awards ever gets out of their own way. But until that happens, I think we're still going to be stuck in the mud with a very mundane show that really shortchanges the artists and unfortunately lessens the quality of what that Oscar really means, man. Edgar Wright is right, man. And honestly, hopefully, maybe, the producers of the Academy Awards will eventually listen to him and get their heads out of their own asses. Just saying. Let me know what you think about that, guys. Do you agree with Edgar Wright, or do you think that the Academy Awards are just fine as it is? Regardless, Academy Awards can be special if done right. Let's hope they get back to that place. Let's hope indeed they do, guys. Definitely let me know your thoughts on that. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely give it the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Check out the other Blu-ray and DVD out and about videos that I do. Movie reviews, Blu-ray pickup videos, movie hunting, subscriber mail videos, and much more. Older content that I've done and newer content that is on the way as well. If you like how I talk about movies and physical media, hit subscribe and become a part of the Film Fan Nation. I want to thank my really great, wonderful subscribers. You watch the long videos. You give me great feedback and comments. You show me the love, and hopefully I show the love right back to you. So thank you so much for the love and support. Also, keep updated with everything I'm doing through Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. FilmFan108. Keep updated with everything I'm doing, plus special pictures and videos I do from time to time on social media as well. And if you want to send the channel any movie-related love, physical media, movie posters, care packages, you can do that. The P.O. Box is in the description below. It is not expected, but it is definitely appreciated. And you guys have gone out of your way to send me some amazing things, and I can't wait to see where the adventures take me next. So if you are interested, P.O. Box is down below. Anything and everything is definitely appreciated by far, man. But I guess that does it for the video, man. A lot of really great physical media to see, a lot of great movie discussions, and oh, more ahead in the future, guys. So I will see you back next time for a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video. Take care, everybody, and remember, happy hunting.